Our first steps inside the secured area of the ICE Immigration Detention Facility in Elizabeth, New Jersey, immediately cleared up any confusion we may have had about what this place is and what it is not.
The facility detains immigration violators.
ICE has previously allowed human rights advocates to tour this facility, but until now, a television news crew has never before been allowed to tour and video record this holding center for undocumented detained immigrants.
Going to work when the ICE police stop the taxi, and they get out with me from the taxi.
In our previous immigration reporting, we've heard stories like the one Anna Velasquez told us.
They were looking for me because unfortunately I couldn't get them.
Our goal with this report, to shine a light on the ICE detention and deportation process after the arrest. We found Anna in the crowded law library. ICE Assistant Field Office Director Joe Simeo showed us around this converted industrial warehouse. We visited an outdoor rec area, which was really just a concrete court, fitted with a handful of large open-air ceiling grates and several men passing the time. Jamaican immigrant detainee Densley Lawrence has been here for 11 months.
What is a typical day here like?
Oh, volleyball, gym, we go to the library, and then back, eat, sleep, and do the same thing tomorrow again.
Simeo also showed us the medical facility for 275 men and some 30 women, in addition to both short and longer-term dorms, all furnished with simple cots, open bathroom areas, metal tables, televisions, and not much else. Throw in the fact this place is run by CoreCivic, the largest for-profit prison corporation in America, and you could be forgiven for confusing this detention facility with a prison. But Simeo insists that is not the case.
This is not a hotel. This is a detention facility. It's important to say that we are not a prison.
Simeo referred to ICE's published detention standards and a convenient detainee locator tool, both found on the agency's website.
There are allegations that people are being warehoused here.
My response is the transparency here is evident.
John Sakaris runs all of ICE's Newark enforcement and removal operations.
It looks like a jail. It's a detention center, but it has a lot higher detention standards. There's a lot of recreation, visitation, and they're not being held for punitive reasons.
Our tour comes just months after Human Rights First issued a scathing report citing harsh and inhumane conditions at ICE's 3 New Jersey detention centers, including substandard medical care, worms and maggots in the shower area, and unsafe food and water. We did not witness any of those conditions during our tour. However, we asked ICE officials in Washington to respond to calls for ICE to implement a more normalized, less jail-like environment. An agency spokesperson sent PIX11 a lengthy statement which reads in part, quote, "Based on multi-layered, rigorous inspections and oversight programs, ICE is confident in conditions and high standards of care at its detention facilities." There is life after ICE detention, and PIX11 was once again given exclusive access for this stage of the process. A bus ride to Newark Liberty International Airport is followed by a handcuffed walk on the tarmac, and up to a waiting charter jet on ICE Air. Yes, ICE has its own airline just for deportations.
And ICE flies that plane to a staging area in Louisiana. From there, the detainees are flown back to their country. We were so glad that we were able to shine a light on this process for anyone who's curious, including the families of deported immigrants who obviously are not able to tell their families where they're going and when they're going a lot of the times. We've put the complete ICE statement on PIX11.com in addition to a link to that detainee locator tool.